Welcome back to a series that I am slowly getting through, 500 Drawing Prompts OC Edition. This is where I take the prompt that is given to me and somehow include an OC and maybe even make up a story along the way for them. So yeah, let's get started. As of this video, we are on prompt number 5 and it is spaceship. Now when I saw it, I was like, I hate doing stuff with aliens, but I could probably make it work. I know that I didn't want the classic looking UFO spaceship because that's kind of boring to me, but I told myself maybe I could incorporate it into the character's design, so I gave it to this alien boy as an earring, which I thought was kind of cute because maybe in their world it's cute accessories and stuff because of how humans interpret them, so I thought that was a good idea. As for his spaceship, I decided to make it a hoverboard / spaceship combination to where he could travel through space and different galaxies and stuff on it. And it's the newer thing that the younger generation uses compared to the old head UFO looking spaceship. So I think that worked out pretty well. After I sketched out my idea and what I wanted to illustrate, I went ahead onto my actual sketchbook and then sketched up the character in its glory, I guess you could say, and then inked him off of screen as well just to make life way easier. And yeah, this is where we are now. In previous Let's Make It OC episodes, sometimes I will make a story for the character that I am drawing up, not only to help build them in a world, but build the character themselves. Then it gives the character more life and they actually belong somewhere, and I'm not just drawing them for no absolute reason. Now, you don't have to do this, obviously. I just do it because it's fun, and I like making up stories, honestly. They're kind of neat to go back onto and think about how I interpreted something. So yeah. So the character you see in front of you is named Lerss, Lerss. He hails from the planet Plub. Now, Plub is full of a lot of different aliens from all different galaxies, and anyone is allowed to just kind of come and start a new life. The only thing with Lerss, though, is he wants to start a new life somewhere else. You see, he's not very popular amongst his peers, and there are many reasons why. Going throughout his life, from elementary to middle to high school, and now college, looking so different from everyone else is kind of hurtful. Now, what do I mean by that? Lerss is a half-breed, so he is half alien from the planet Plub, but his father is a human. And although everyone is allowed on Plub, most of the time they kind of just make fun of humans because of their low intelligence, quote-unquote, or their low technological advances, or just not being as advanced as every other alien civilization and race. As a result, his whole life he's been told he's stupid, that he's dumb and he can't do things like all the other kids can, that advanced computations are not in his biology because, well, he's part human, so he has to be dumb. So growing up, that's what he believed. You see, Lerss, although he's very sweet and kind and compassionate and loves the people around him and will do anything to help, still can't help but feel like he's an idiot. And that's because everybody around him pushes that into him. So a lot of things that he wants to do or thinks that he can make a change with, he automatically tells himself, I can't do it. And that's because everybody around him just kind of bullies him enough into believing it. And it's sad, because Lerss wants to change a lot of things. He wants to make the world of Plub a better place, where everyone can come and feel happy to be themselves, and not need to have the idea of, hey, you're this or you're that. But how can he do that when he himself is the target of a lot of the bullying that commences? Due to all the bullying and not having any siblings, Lerss had no other choice but to pick up some hobbies in life, and one of them just so happened to be building. Now, in his spare time, he actually builds his own spaceships. This is something that only really advanced engineers can do on the planet. especially because of all the extremely complicated math that goes into building something like this. It would only be left to the professionals. But Lerss has figured out a way to not only take the regular old spaceship that everybody uses and make it anew, but he made it into new versions. Things like hoverboards or skateboards, or motorcycles or regular bikes can all be used in intergalactic space travel. And this is a technological advancement. However, no matter who he thinks he would show it to, it wouldn't matter because he is half human. And at the end of the day, no one would believe that it would be worth anything because they just think he couldn't do it. But there was one person who could, and that was Lerss's mother. Lerss's mother would do everything in her power to try and help build these spaceships. She would try and get the supplies, work super hard so that they could afford stuff like that, and always support him along the way. Also, double checking his work to make sure his computations were right because she herself was a super smart woman. She also understands what Lerss is going through because she herself was casted out onto the world and made fun of because she married a human and had a child with him. So she's got some pretty tough skin, and one day hopes that Lerss also gets that kind of toughness to him. But right now she understands that he needs her help, and she's there to support him throughout the way. On Lerss's 19th birthday, his mother gifted him something that, although is simple, he holds very closely to him at all times, and it's the band that he wraps around his arm. It's the one of a galaxy, the one that everybody has, and honestly is kind of silly to own after a certain age, but he loves it. He loves it because he realizes that it's more than just a band you wrap around your arm and has a silly little design that he always sees because he lives in outer space, but it's something from his mother, that she believes that one day the world will be as open and as vast as space is, and that one day he could travel through it knowing that he himself is able to, with the things that he built with his hands, with his brain, with everything that he's ever tried to do and put his absolute heart into. So it's almost like a symbol of hope to Lerss. Hope that one day he can be as brave as someone like his mother, to where she persevered and she did what she could to get through all the hardships in her life, and one day he can do the same. Is it going to be easy? No, of course not. He's always going to face that wall of, you're dumb, you can't do it, or just people really being mean for nothing but the way you are. One day, though, he's going to realize, when he looks back at all that stuff, that those people were just small-minded, and that he pushed through it all. And he knows he's going to make it. It doesn't matter if it's because he's half human or half alien. It doesn't matter if he's smarter than everyone else or dumber, that he does advanced technology or that he uses low technology. It doesn't matter. What matters is that he's happy with what he does, and he's happy with himself more than anything. That he appreciates the way he is, no matter his biology, no matter what he does. What matters is he's happy at the end of the day. And Lerss, eventually, you'll realize that. You just gotta give it some time. So yeah, that's the end of that. I really like Lerss and his story. I hope he does realize a lot of the stuff. Here's the finished product, and I really like how he came out, and I love how soft his expression is. So thanks for watching, and remember I love you. Bye.